Hello. So at the beginning of the year, I showed a couple of people how to use the bookmarks on Google Chrome, and there's some really helpful techniques that I have discovered. So I'm going to share them with you really quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here so that you guys can see how to do this. I'm going to move this down to the bottom of my screen so I can show you the top stuff at the top. All right. This is what the Bookmarks bar looks like at the top here. Now, I use a lot of stuff. I use a lot of resources online, and I use very few paper things. Now, I can do that with music a little easier than some subjects, but I usually have like tons of different tabs open. So this helps me be able to bookmark things and easily get back to them without having to keep a bunch of tabs open. So you can see up here at the top, I have a whole bunch of, I have an entire folder for just Athlo stuff. And so I have all the different classes I teach, quick resources for brain breaks, stuff for just my elementary music classes, things that are specific for me as an employee, stuff for just my theater class, a whole bunch of really awesome resources. And then got like my school email and Zoom, so I can quickly go to that since we're using that a lot. I've got my YouTube. I've got a few other folders for different things that I use regularly on this. And this is not just for my school computer. This is the same bookmarks that go with every single device I use. So they're the same bookmarks that are on my phone and on my iPad. It just goes with Google in general. So to get this, first of all, you click on the top right here. There's these three little buttons here. Click on that. You're going to go down to bookmarks. The first thing you want to do is show bookmarks bar. So you click that, and that makes this appear at the top of your screen. Now, I used to save stuff all the time, but I could never find them, which was super irritating. So this bookmarks bar is the first thing you need. And then you go back on the bookmarks and click on Bookmark Manager. Now, everything that shows up on this screen, all of these things here, are the things that appear in your bookmarks bar up here. So the first, let's see, it depends on how long your words are, but the first like 10 or so items are the ones that actually appear at the top of your screen. And the way to get that is, so here on the left-hand side, you've got your bookmarks bar and all of the stuff that's in that bookmarks bar. So in order to, if I say wanted one of the things that I've bookmarked, like this particular one, the very bottom, I'm going to drag it to the top. For me, it's kind of a waste because I have a lot of things. I bookmark a lot of things. I'm going to drag it to the top and put it in whatever order I want. Let's say I want it to be the very first thing on my bookmarks bar. So I come over here and now I can see that lucky seat is the very first thing on my bookmarks bar. I can also drag and move things around up here. Let's say I want it to be the second thing, or maybe the very last thing here. I can now move it down there. I can also put it into, by clicking and dragging, I can also move it into a folder. So here now I'm going to put it into my shopping folder. If you're not familiar with Lucky Seat, it's how you can get cheap seats on Broadway. Anyway, that's like last minute seats. And then go back here to Bookmarks Bar. I can also right click on the top here and I can create a, sorry, not on, just on like anywhere off. Oh goodness, sorry. I can add a new folder. So if I wanted to add a new folder for you, you might want to put an Athlos folder or something, save. And now that appears at the very bottom of the screen. So again, I can drag that all the way to the very top and put that so that now it's at the very top here. Now, once you have created your bookmarks bar, you can go through to, let's say there's a website, maybe let's say you use Zoom all the time, which we do. On this right-hand side of the screen, you've got a little star at the end of your end of the bar here, you've got a little star. You can click on that star and it's going to ask you to name your bookmark. And if you want to leave it as the zoom that's there, that's great. Maybe you want something shorter, because a lot of these will come up with like, this is the full name of this whole website. And so you put your entire name up there. You can change the name so it's something that's more familiar for you. And then you can click to put it on the bookmarks bar, or if you want it specifically under one area, it gives you a list of options. If one of the options you want is not there, you can choose another folder. Say I want to put it in the Athlos folder, and then I click done. Then when I go back to my Athlos folder, I can see it was added. I already have it saved elsewhere. Oh, that's a different Athlos folder. Athlos Academy, there we go. Then I go over here, and it's now the very, very bottom. Now once they're on here, you can also drag and move things to the places like, let's see, I want this to be at the very top. So now Zoom is the very first thing under that folder. Now let's say these names are too long. I can actually fit more things up on my bookmarks bar if I shorten the names of the things. So if I right click on here, I can actually edit the name. So let's say instead of Google Drive, I just wanted to say Drive. Now it's going to appear right there. And now look, I just had another one pop up here because they're shorter names. So I can fit more on there with a shorter name on there. And let's see, I think there's anything else that's helpful to know. I'll show you really quickly. Let's say again, if I want to change this to a different one, I can choose another folder. Then I go through and it'll show you all the folders I've already created. Let's say I wanted it to be put in my resources page. I can click save, and then it's click. And actually, I can change that anytime I want. Let's say, oh, I couldn't really find it in resources. I'm going to move it to my Athlos Academy folder. And if you do it by accident, you can click remove, or re-click. You can click all things, and then you can move things around so they're easier. Let's say I really want my zoom. Oh, now I've erased it. Let's say I want my zoom to be in the middle. Oh, and if there's a certain page, like if I go to my account, I can go to my meetings on the left-hand side, and I've got all of my reoccurring classes. This is the page I use the most. So I'm gonna actually bookmark this exact page, not just the whole Zoom website, but this specific page. And so that's the one, and I'm actually gonna put that right on my bookmarks bar because I use this so often. And you can also right click on those. Oh, and right here, we'll show you the same thing kind of in Bookmarks Manager. I can actually drag it. I can grab it straight from here, move it. This is a little bit faster than the other, the manager way. I right click, I'm gonna edit. I don't need my meeting Zoom. I know that's where it's going. So I'm just gonna save it as Zoom. There, I know it's right there. Easy to access. I can just easily click on that, get right to my meetings. I can click start, and then I'm ready to go. It's less hassle, it's quicker, easier. Anyway, if anything, it doesn't make sense, please let me know. I'm happy to answer any questions. And if you don't need any of this, that's totally fine. Hopefully something that was on here was new for you. All right, thanks, have a good day.